Dogs. I'm Uncle Bill.
And I'm the Creepy Kentuckian, if you will. How's everybody doing? Are y'all having a festive Feliz Navidad?
Yeah, we're getting so close to the spirit of the holidays that it's touching my soul and my cackles.
And my
And
balls?
yeah, we're gonna do something that we've done that's been pretty big around here. Something that's garnered us all the recognition that we truly deserve, being the number one horror website slash radio show slash podcast. And we're going to talk about a year in slashers. We've done this in the past, and this has turned out pretty well. So we're going to do it again
Yeah, we
tonight.
actually haven't done one of these in a little while. So we're going to get back at it. This year is 1984, which I'm kind of drawing a blank at a lot of movies, but I do know that there is a famous Christmas slasher film so it'd be fitting to do 1984 in December. What do you
Yeah,
think?
there's actually quite a few that I can remember from this year, and I'm sure we'll get into them here in a minute. But like what we've talked about before, the early '80s, the prime time for slasher films. Like I don't think that even slowed down into like the late '80s, really, early '90s. So this is the best time to talk about slasher films.
For sure. So we're going to get everything queued up, and we're going to do it live, Pulse. Y'all can watch us live, and it's going to be fun as fuck. How's that sound?
I'm ready to fucking get it going. Yeah. Let's see what we
Starting
got
off with the
coming
real
up.
classic.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So this one is known as kind of the best sequel in the whole franchise. I mean, it's probably the most popular sequel in the whole franchise, wouldn't you say?
I think it's the most well made from just like a filmmaking perspective. It's not my favorite, but I think that I can see why it would be a lot of people's favorite just because it's really, really well made. And you can feel like that a lot of money was behind this.
I think Ted White is one of the best Jasons as well. I think that he did
Yeah.
a great job. It was really, I mean, he's still alive somehow, but he was an old man then, kind of. He was in his 50s, I think, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think he's just one of those guys that's too tough to die.
So this was supposed to be the very last Friday the 13th movie, but yeah, not by a long shot.
No. Anything that makes that much money, they're gonna get rid of it.
There's the Donny Osmond lookalike.
I always thought that was who that was, man, for a long time.
That would have been killer if they got Donny Osmond in Friday the 13th.
Now that Judy Aronson, is that how you pronounce her name? Mm-hmm. She's still doing that, like a photo op with her in that boat, man, and she looks exactly the same.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
like
not
40
sure.
years ago.
I'm not sure what's going on there, but yeah, she does not. She looks like she's maybe in her late 30s, early 40s. But
Yeah,
she's got to be close to 60, I would think.
yeah. But I remember this movie. I remember the VHS of this movie. I had the VHS. I remember watching it as a kid.
I still have the VHS on mine.
Yeah,
It's
just
probably the best cover, too.
Fatal Games.
Now,
I
this
did
is one
not.
that's never been out on even DVD officially for some reason.
Oh my God, it's in mono too. Wow.
Yeah, this looks like it was taped off of like ABC in 1987 or
It
something.
does. It looks like it's like Growing Pains. Like an episode of Growing Pains. Wow, dude,
It's got
Vinegar
tracking lines
Syndrome
on it.
needs to release this. I'll go ahead and tell you.
I'm sure somebody will release it. Now we're getting to like a 80s porno.
Uh-oh. Well, that's just another reason for Vinegar Syndrome to release it. Holy shit, this is horrible, but great at the same time.
If it's possible, Vinegar Syndrome will probably release it. But I think it's Canadian. So there may be some issues.
My God, look at this. This is Shit.
I wonder if this is one of those movies that's actually like, because it's in like 4:3, right?
Looks like it.
Was it out in theaters?
We've got to figure this out, what the deal is with this movie, though. I've got to know. Because this should be way more talked about than it is, man. It looks like something fucking classic. It's kind of got a I Know What You Did Last Summer vibe.
Yeah, there's a lot of creative stunts in this.
These assholes.
Fatal Games. Splatter University.
Oh, yes.
This is one that's... Didn't Trauma have this out?
Yes, they did.
Wasn't this a Trauma team release?
Yeah. It looks like shit, too, as you can imagine.
And did Vinegar Syndrome release this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they came out with it. And it looks like 1,000 times better now, of course, but...
I remember getting I guess it was the Trauma DVD of it, and it's not a very good movie. It's one that I've never picked. I haven't picked the Vinegar Syndrome one up. I don't know if I ever will, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I had to get it.
I mean, it looks like they have the remastered trailer on here, so it does look really good. And this was from 84. It's crazy. It doesn't seem like it would be that old. You'd think it'd be a little bit later 80s.
Ugh. Here you go.
Oh, God, he got stabbed in the dick.
I just love the fact that all these movies had a formula. Like, you had the goofy, like, parties and the music and stuff, and then people hiding in the closet.
When you got to drop a pile,
Uh-oh.
you got to
You
drop
gotta
a
take a big
pile.
old dump.
Splatter University.
You failed. Bitch.
Satan's Blade, baby. Now, didn't this
Satan.
one come out recently from Vinegar Syndrome?
Yeah, that's another Vinegar Syndrome one that just recently came out that I haven't and never watched. I add that to the pile of shit that I've got.
Well, maybe this trailer will entice you to check it out.
Oh my God! Look at this.
It looks pretty good so far.
It's got a van.
So when you see something like this, that means it didn't really have a theatrical trailer.
No.
This is just highlights from the movie.
Yeah, there's not
It
even
looks
going to
like,
bother with commentary, apparently.
yeah. Looks like maybe Vinegar Syndrome put this one together.
Oh, God, I'm getting stabbed to death. It sucks.
Oh, God.
Bearing a curse as eternal as the devil himself.
Uh-oh.
With it a siege of madness, terror, and murder. Its horrible power can
Oh, damn, did Brad Henderson do this?
tool of death and destruction. Beware.
It seems like it.
Yeah.
He sounds kind of like Brad.
That's some horrible makeup.
Or he's like some guy on QVC or something. Ooh, the Mutilator.
There we go. Now, this is a classic, man. This movie gets better and better every time I watch it, to be honest. Buddy Cooper.
We got an interesting story behind the Mutilator as well. I don't know if you forgot about this or what the deal was, but we had Buddy Cooper on the show back, I think it was like 2013, 2014, something like that. And we got him in touch with Arrow Video to get this movie finally out. I don't know if you remember that or not, but
No, I didn't remember that.
I think it was you and Kant is the guy that and we never even got but they usually send you like a free copy or anything. We never got shit for that. You and what the fuck?
That's true.
But yeah, we got Buddy Cooper in touch with Arrow Video back then. But it's weird it was that easy because that movie took so long. Like, for some reason, it never did come out on DVD, I don't think.
Just something about this movie though, like the whole fall break thing, and the song, and then like just the movie itself is kind of, it's slow, but it's very, very kind of gruesome. And it's got one of the best posters of all time.
It has a pretty cool theme song too.
Yeah.
Doesn't it have like saxophone in it or something like that?
Yes, it does.
But yeah, there's 2 posters for this too, cause like Buddy Cooper was selling both of them. The Mutilator poster, which is classic, and then there's a Fall Break
Fall
poster.
Break, yeah.
Yeah.
I have never heard of this at all.
Shadows what?
Run Black.
A man generally described as medium height, stocky, probably
Yeah, this has got to be very rare, Uncle Bill. This has got Spanish subtitles.
Yeah. Okay.
I can barely see what's going on.
will be the next to die.
¿Qué será el pájaro?
Who is the deranged?
Will it be this chick? Is she naked? I hope so. ¿Quién es el que el rayo? Mus macho.
Odole arriba la roza.
Peel my potato and toss my salad, Holmes. No, look at there.
Looky, looky.
YouTube's gonna ban us.
I'd be
Well,
okay. If you could show just brief flashes of tits every once in a while, it's good.
Yeah, it's fine.
You gotta have just very brief flashes.
Is that?
of tits.
That looks like Andy Griffith.
That'd be so fucking cute. The Andy Griffith slasher movie.
Yeah. Well, there we go. I think
It
we're
does
pushing
kind of
the
look like
limit.
Andy, doesn't it?
Yeah. What? Have you ever heard of any of this?
No, I've never seen this before either.
I always love it when we do these because there's at least one movie that I have to look up afterwards and figure out what the hell.
I'll never remember the name of this. I'll have to go back and look.
Shadows Run Black. Just remember that.
Shadows Run Black.
This looks like, man, something Vinegar Syndrome would do. Like,
What does he want?
even maybe Severed.
When will he?
That baby looks really concerned.
Uh,
Media Gallery presents a mason
It just shit itself.
shadows run black. Pray he
Yeah, we've got to. This has got to be known as something else. But it's something that we've never seen. Something that we have seen, however.
oh, yeah. I think this might be like the lost classic of his. Like, I mean, not lost, but it's a classic that not a lot of people ever reference now.
I didn't think you liked this movie.
Yeah, I like this movie. I had to watch it like 500 times to actually get around to liking it. The only thing I didn't like about it was the phone call stuff, but that kind of even grows on you after a while. It's like an Italian maniac. I'm not sure if that's what he was trying to do, but I feel like it is now.
It's possible, yeah. The timing of it all and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always liked this movie. I think Anchor Bay did the DVD years and years ago. And that's the first time I'd seen it because at the time I was grabbing like all Fulci stuff.
Yeah, I can remember the first time we watched this. I really did hate it. I just hated the whole like Donald Duck.
But there's
Phone
always some
shit.
weird shit in some of these Fulci movies too, where, like, wasn't there a scene where these guys were in this restaurant and they go over where this woman's sitting at, and he's like sticking his toe up her pussy or something like that?
yeah, yeah, that's in this movie. I'm pretty sure.
I thought
Like-
that, and it's just like for no reason.
Because he
But-
goes to like a strip club or something, like a peeping Tom thing, and then like comes out, and then she's in there, and then that's when they do it. It's just, it's weird. Like, not a lot of it makes sense. Like the editing doesn't really make a lot of sense. There you go. There's the duck.
And there was something about this too where they wanted to use, because it's a Donald Duck toy at the end, right? They wanted to use more of it, or they were threatened by, I don't know if it was Disney or who the hell it was back then. because they were wanting to use more of Donald Duck in it for some reason. Or that the killer was calling himself Donald Duck, maybe is what it was. And they were threatened to get sued over it and all that. But
Yeah.
like, this was primarily an Italian. I mean, it was made in America, but I never remember seeing this video on video. Do you?
No. It's got some really, really graphic scenes in it. Like some stuff that still kind of sticks with you. Like I said, I'm pretty sure he was trying to make like Maniac.
It's got a good soundtrack too. Oh shit.
Rocktober Blood. Now you watched this again recently, didn't you?
Not recently. It's been a couple years, but this movie sucks. Like, it's not very good.
It looks like it's awesome.
You've seen this, haven't you?
Long time ago, yeah. Is
So
this
this
out?
is one that it kind of came out, but it was the son of the. I think the filmmakers were called the Sebastian brothers or something like that.
Yeah.
And they were like, they're born again Christians.
Oh, I remember this story, yeah.
And the son got permission to re-release it, but and said that it was going to be remastered and all this, but it was just like a VHS transfer.
Yeah.
And then people were pissed off, and they never did get their money back or anything. And
He's just like, fuck you, I'm out.
yeah,
Yeah, it's no Terror on Tour, that's for sure.
but at the time too, he also got in possession. They did make Rocktober Blood vinyl soundtracks back in the day, years ago, and he was selling them on eBay. The same guy was. So this would be a cool one for them to, I don't know if the film elements exist or anything for it, but somehow maybe do a remastered version of it, even though this movie's not the best. But
What would you say is the best of these kind of movies? Like the, Terror on Tour.
I really love this movie. I think this one's, did you
Silent
ever
Madness?
watch Silent Madness?
Yes.
So it's another one Vinegar Syndrome did, and I wasn't expecting much from it, but yeah, I really enjoyed this one. But as far as the heavy metal horror movies, I mean, it's tough to say. I think Black Roses is really good, and
Yeah.
Trick or Treat from '86. Like, the reason I say Trick or Treat '86 is mainly just the music, though.
Yeah.
The soundtrack on that was killer.
I gotta give it to Trick or Treat too. I was thinking about like Fastway and all the shit they did on there, and just that whole soundtrack being awesome. And it's got like Gene Simmons and Ozzy and shit in it. Like, it's just a classic kind of movie.
I remember in this movie too, though, like the patients, they show them like their status and their mental, and one of them was marked as just retarded
God.
on there. Which, oddly enough, though, didn't they classify people that way back in the day?
Oh yeah, up until like not been that long ago, man. Like we're talking probably, I don't know, 6 or 7 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Used to be like mildly mentally retarded or profoundly. That was when I was working up at Mountain Comp in like 2010. That's how you classify people.
Never stops.
So this one was also, though, in 3D. So there was a bunch of movies around the early 80s that was filmed that way, like Friday the 13th 3D and Jaws 3D, Amityville 3D.
The Prey. Now, who put this out? Was that Vinegar Syndrome?
I think Arrow is the one that put the Prey
Arrow.
out.
Okay, yeah. I haven't seen this one either.
I have this one, but I don't think I've ever seen it.
We need to watch this shit, man. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I try to get every 80s slasher movie that I don't have, because I know eventually that I will check it out.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing how many that came out, though. Like,
Oh, that's killer. Yeah, we need to like see if we
there's
can
a lot of
find
mountain climbing in this one.
we can find a definitive list about how many slasher films came out in the 80s.
I don't know if there is a definitive list, though. There's that many because there's like a
Yeah.
ton of regional ones that were made out of the Hollywood system. And it'd be interesting to see. I mean, maybe somebody can work on a definitive book. The Prey.
I'd like to get that Nightmare USA book. I never did get that, but I feel like that would have a lot of stuff in it. Well, this one is a classic.
It's Christmas time.
I think I like this movie more and more the more times I see it too, to be honest.
It's the Red Band trailer as well. It's been
really do
actually a
think-
while since I've seen this.
I really do think that the kid that whoever he was, I don't know who the actor was, did like a great job in this.
Not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse.
With the punish stuff.
Stockings were hung by the chimney.
Yeah, I think the legend of this movie too is quite, you know, I mean, it gives it a lot more street cred, I guess, because it pisses me people off. And it kind of made Linnea Quigley a household name there. That was one of her first. I think Return of the Living Dead came out in '85, right?
Yes.
Or was that
when did
84
Savage
too?
Streets come out?
I think it was around the same year, 84, 85.
I think it had to be 84, and I'll tell you why I think that too. Because like in Savage Streets, she hadn't had like her surgery, but I'm pretty sure in this one she has.
Yeah. Take that.
That's the best part of the movie right there. It's a great scene. That and the grandpa.
There was the actual decapitation was deleted from the movie for quite a while.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
classic.
that movie
for sure.
did sincerely piss off like a million people.
Another classic coming up
I
here.
forgot that this came out in 84.
1984 is a good year.
Yeah. What can you say about this movie, really?
I gotta say this though, and I don't want to be a negative Nancy because this is a classic, no doubt. But I think Elm Street, and we'll talk about that coming up here. I don't know if the first movie is the best movie in the whole franchise anymore, at least in my eyes.
I don't think it is either.
Yeah.
But I think that this movie is more like a Wes Craven movie than any of the rest of them. I mean, it's more like an exploitation style film. It's a lot less jokey and less like, you know, personality driven kind of film than the rest of them became.
Well, and it's just the first two Elm Street movies really that has like a dark, you know, Freddy's a dark character in it, and then it becomes more comedic. They try to make him dark again in New Nightmare, but by that point,
Yeah, it kind of already sailed.
yeah,
It's hard to even imagine though, like what this was like to watch in '84, because there was nothing like this.
yeah. I mean, it was very, very innovative movie. The makeup effects and stuff, top notch. The look of the character Freddy still to this day looks great. You know, I watched the Blu-ray not too long ago.
And you can't really state that up until this point too, like there weren't any real like personality driven killers like that. Like you had your Jasons and your Michael Myers, but that was just like, you know, blank kind of stuntmen.
The Initiation here. Now, this is another one that Arrow brought out, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I've got that one in there too. I've actually seen this one. If this is the one I'm thinking of with Daphne Zuniga.
There's some more titties.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
We're sorry, YouTube.
It's really not a bad film.
Whatever happened to Daphne Zuniga, by the way?
That's a good question. The last thing I remember seeing her in was freaking Spaceballs.
She must have just quit. Wasn't she in the Masters of the Universe movie?
Oh,
Or am I
God.
thinking of somebody else?
She may have been. I don't remember her in that, though.
That fucking Daphne Zuniga. She was in,
No, Courtney Cox was in Masters of the Universe. Wasn't
I
she?
can't remember.
Wasn't she the...
Yeah, Courtney Cox was in it.
Yeah.
But there was... I don't know. I haven't seen that movie in a while either.
Meg
Another
Foster
Christmas
was-
film.
Don't Open Till Christmas. I remember this.
Did anybody come out with that one? Is that out anywhere?
That's a good question, man. I don't know.
So this trailer looks awful rough.
Going around killing Santas. Oh, no. No.
Yeah,
So,
this
yeah,
is the one we were talking about the other day. That was actually people going around killing Santas. Rather than Santa going around killing like just random people.
Okay. Was this one of those movies that was like public domain or something like that?
It may have been. I'm not sure.
Because I think
It
that I
looks
may
like
have
it.
seen this before, and it was on one of
DVDRs.
those packs or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't think this one has had like a proper Blu-ray or anything,
No,
if
I
I'm
don't
not
think so.
mistaken. Don't open till Christmas. That's Linda Ronstadt there, boy.
It looks like it. What's going on in this shit? Oh, that's it.
Oh, boy.
They just want to throw that in there.
So, well, there we go.
What are your thoughts and reflections about that?
84 is a pretty good year. What do you think?
Yeah, it had some stuff in there, some bangers, as the kids say, that I had not thought about. I mean, shit, it's got Silent Night, Deadly Night, Nightmare on Elm Street, Mutilator, some classic slashers.
Don't open till Christmas.
Don't Open
That
Till
Mexican
Christmas, yeah.
one, we didn't know what the hell it was. Fatal Games, boys. So a lot of stuff Vinegar Syndrome may be working on. We can ask Brad Henderson next time we talk to him. See what
Yeah,
he
I'm
tells
sure
us.
they'll tell us. He'll be like, "Shut up, shut your."
I ain't telling y'all nothing. I'm second to working on Andy Lee. Meat Pies Part 2.
Don't tell nobody. Leave me by too.
It's newly discovered footage of Annie Lee's
Yeah.
Meat Pies, and they're making a sequel out of it.
Let's be honest. There's nothing that like fucking Vinegar Syndrome or Severin could tell anybody where you're gonna be blown away. It's just not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Oh, we got Raiders of the Lost Ark, or not Raiders of the Lost Ark, but what was it? Raiders of Atlantis. Fuck you.
Well, people are excited either way. It don't matter what the fuck it is. Oh, God, that's a wonderful film.
That's one of the funniest things though, because like I really started noticing that once I got on Instagram, like how many different people, when they release these fucking titles, will get on there and be like, "Oh my God, I've waited 25 years to see Annie Lee's Meat Pies, and they got it." No,
When we have never fucking even heard of it.
no,
How's that? How could that happen?
no, it doesn't happen.
We've been around a long time, Uncle Bill. We've been to video stores back in the day, and I never heard of Annie Lee's Meat Pies.
What they've done is created a legion of fucking marks, and I mean, good for them and all, 'cause it's definitely helped them. But God, them people are annoying as hell.
But, yeah, 1984, the year in slashers. That was kind of enjoyable. We'll have to get to 85 sooner than later.
I
But
think
like
80
as the
I was just gonna say 85 is like the ground zero to me. Like everything kind of culminates in that year to be like, when I think about slasher films and stuff that we watch like over and over and over again, and horror films in general, like that year is, yeah, that's the big year.
So yeah, that is it. It'll be interesting to see those years go on, because I think the videos get shorter, as it goes into the later part of the 80s. So, yeah, we had a good 25 minutes worth of stuff on this one. So, but yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed it. And we will be back shortly with some more holiday horror goodness, possibly,
Oh, God.
over at DeadPit on Patreon and DeadPit.
.com. Gingerbread men and shit.
Give us the thumbs up,
Up your butt.
like, subscribe. And if you subscribe, here's something else you can do. Once you subscribe, you can click the bell notification, right? And it'll notify you anytime that DeadPit puts up new shit.
Or don't. I really don't give a if you do or
I
not.
want you to. I want you to.
I don't care.
Let's keep our community growing here on
No,
YouTube.
I don't like it. I don't want you to touch nothing.
Listen, they need to do that now.
No, don't you
Yeah.
dare touch it.
Thumbs up, subscribe, and click that bell. Thank you to all of our supporters on Patreon. DeadPitOnPatreon.com is the only place to check out a complete archive of the old Dead Pit radio shows all the way back from 2005 on, in addition to the midweek shows and fan commentaries, exclusive podcasts, and much more. Dead Pit on Patreon.com if you're interested. Tiers start at only $1.